Check, check. Check, check. check. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Baig Entertainment Wednesday night trivia. Tonight, we are talking all about the Netflix show You. The Netflix show You. Shout out to everybody that's already here with us. We're going to start the trivia game here in just a few minutes. We're going to give people time to join. We already have 31 people hanging out, 45 people in the game online, so thank you for being here. Shout out to Olivia, who was our raffle winner. So she is the reason that we are doing this trivia tonight. If you haven't been hanging out with us, or maybe you haven't heard me mention, once a week we pull one name out of all of the individuals who have donated to Bag of Tricks, and that person, whoever's name we choose, gets to select one of the themed trivia nights that we'll do in the upcoming week. So last week we drew Olivia's name, and she gave us a couple options, and we went with You. We went with this. Gina and I have both watched this. Many people have watched it, obviously, and we're excited. It's definitely going to be a different one than what we've been doing. Just the subject matter is a lot darker than a lot of the shows or movies that we cover, and there are only 2 seasons of the show, so I tried to make these questions not too specific, but we'll see how it goes. I think you guys are going to have fun no matter what. The questions are over both seasons of the show, number 1 and 2. So if you played trivia with us before, you'll understand how this works. If this is your first time, it's very simple. As long as you can hear and see me right now, you're good to go. You're 50% of the way there. The only other thing you need to do to actually participate in the game, to submit your answers, is go to that website you saw rotating here, crowd.live, and enter the code STALKER. Crowd.live and enter the code STALKER. Once you do that, you'll be asked to give a nickname and let it know what name you want to go by, team name, whatever, for the game. And then you'll be hanging out in the waiting room until we actually start the game. So again, we're going to give people a little bit of time to join. But make sure that you do that. As long as you can hear and see me here, you can join the game on your phone or in another browser window on your laptop, computer, or desktop. Once we get the game started, you'll answer actually from that other device, and your answers will be graded automatically. The scores will be updated automatically, and we can actually see who knows the most about this show at the end of the night. So again, we'll get started with that in a few minutes. Right now, I just want to give a few thank yous. I mentioned before, Olivia was the person who we drew out of the names of people who have donated. Thank you to everybody that's donated to Bag of Tricks. If you haven't and you want to, or if you have and you want to, again, my fingers are weird here. They're in reverse. The links are down below us for Venmo, PayPal, or the coffee website. Any and all donations or tips are appreciated. They help us put on new, exciting events like this. we have other trivia nights coming up this week. And again, if you donate and we choose your name, you'll get to select one of the trivia nights we do next week. It could be any show, any movie, anything you want. It can be something we've already done that maybe you missed or you want to see again. Or it can be a super cult classic show or movie. You let us know. You get to choose if we choose your name. So thank you to everybody that's donated. And a big thank you to everyone that supported us, online, checking out the website or liking and sharing and commenting on our Facebook page. Every time you invite your friend or your family member, or especially somebody in another state, we're trying to get participants from all 50 states. That helps us out immensely. We just appreciate all of that. So thank you guys for that. I mentioned we have some more trivia coming up this week. It is only Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. Tomorrow night we have general knowledge trivia and Letterkenny trivia, one of my favorite shows. We're doing Letterkenny trivia. Tomorrow night, it was originally scheduled for 9, but I'll tell you now, it will get pushed back. It'll either be 9:15 or 9:30. I'm going to update that as soon as we finish this game here. So keep an eye out for that. If you want to play Letterkenny trivia, we'll be doing that tomorrow night. Originally scheduled at 9. It'll be pushed back just a little. But general knowledge trivia on as planned tomorrow at 7 p.m. On Friday, we are doing New Girl trivia. New Girl trivia. Jess, Schmidt, Nick, Winston, Coach, all your favorites from the Loft will be asking you questions over all the seasons of New Girl at 7 o'clock. And then at 9 o'clock, you'll get your late night edition of general knowledge trivia. Same format, same fun questions. Well, different questions, but they're always fun. But we'll be doing that a little bit later. A lot of you had asked for a 9 o'clock general knowledge trivia, so we're going to do that on Friday. And then on Saturday, we have Pixar trivia. Pixar trivia, we've done Disney a couple times. We're going to do strictly Pixar films. Saturday at 3 p.m. That is family friendly, so bring the kids, bring the whole family, gather around and play Pixar trivia with us. And then Sunday, again, a lot of you have requested, we did it on Easter. We're going to do it again this week on Sunday, a 3 p.m. edition of General Knowledge Trivia. Again, that one will be family friendly, so gather around. You can all play together, or you can get on your own phones and play against each other and against everyone else who's playing online. So that's what's coming up, and then we'll release the schedule for next week as soon as we decide. We choose a name and somebody lets us know which one of the themed trivia nights they'd like us to include. So thank you to those of you that have supported us in any way. And a giant shout out to Bobby K. I'm sure some of you were with us before this event. We did music bingo. Tonight was 1970s classic rock rewind. Bobby played all of your favorite classic rock songs from the 1970s. And we have prizes now for music bingo. Elmhurst Brewing Company out of Elmhurst has graciously sponsored. So a $25 gift card went to the winner of that event tonight. Thank you to those of you who joined us. We'll be back on Monday. Henry JBC will be back with music bingo, and then Bobby will be back on Wednesday with more. So again, lots of events coming up. This is what your donations have allowed us to do, is continue to operate as normally as we can, even though everything's online. This is what allows us to try out these new software platforms, or just take the time to really devote ourselves to writing a brand new night of trivia like you. A lot of these other shows, I've written questions over the last 7 years, so a little bit easier. We wrote this one from scratch today. We were rewatching it again. So thank you guys all for being here. We're going to get started by 9:10. We'll let people have a few more minutes to join. We do have some special events coming up. I mentioned yesterday, the last few days, we are completely open now to booking private events. If you're interested, you want to do a smaller, more intimate game with your family and friends, we can do that via Zoom. Maximum of 20 people on Zoom. We can do any content you want, general knowledge, or you can have your own office trivia night between your friends wherever you're at. You can play electronically. Myself and a few of our other incredible hosts at Baig of Tricks are now hosting those events. So you can shoot us an email, but the easiest way is if you know a day and a time that you'd like to do it, on our Facebook page, there's an interactive appointment scheduler. You can check, see if the time's available, and you can put in a request directly through there. There's also more information about that on our website. We do have a raffle tonight, so we're not doing a prize for the top winner. You will win bragging rights, and you get to tell all your friends you know the most about the show. But one lucky person, whether you win trivia or not, if you enter our raffle, there's a form in the description of this video. Many of you have already done it. All you have to do is fill out the form, asks for your name, your email address, where you're at, and then you have to stay until the end of trivia. After we announce the winners of the trivia, we'll actually draw a name for our raffle, and somebody's going to win. I made this earlier today, this Mooney's Bookstore wine glass. Mooney's Bookstore wine glass. Fun little thing, one of a kind. I made it about an hour ago. So stay with us. fill out that form, and then stick around to the end. You have to be here. We'll call out a name, and you just have to message us if you hear your name, and you've won. That's it. It's simple. If you like this glass or any of the previous raffle prizes we've done, I'm drinking out of one right now. My Carol Did It mug, or my Carol Did It pint glass from Tiger King. We also have the private property of Joe Exotic pint glass from Tiger King. We have those Gilmore Girl mugs, which a lot of you have purchased. We appreciate. Scrubs glasses, the Pineapple Psych glasses, anything that we've raffled off for the most part, you can find on our website. You can purchase it directly through there. We'll make it for you and get it out to you, whether we ship it or we drop it off on your front porch. So thank you guys for supporting us in that way, too. That really helps us out. And we have fun making stuff like that. So just thank you guys for all the ways that you've supported us. I think that's pretty much it. I mentioned we have some fun events coming up. You can book your own, or you can play along next Monday at 7 p.m. We'll be doing Harry Potter trivia, and that event is sponsored by the Thomas Ford Memorial Library out of Western Springs, so we'll have prizes for that one. We also have a military history trivia night. It's a lot more fun than you may think just by hearing that. Questions about all sorts of military history, including pop culture, military, we'll have some stuff in there about MASH or Saving Private Ryan, fun stuff, Band of Brothers. So definitely check out both of those events there on our Facebook. Harry Potter coming up on Monday, in 2 Mondays, I apologize. And then the military history trivia night the same week of that on Thursday. I think it's the 30th of April, the last day of this month. We also have the last event I'll tell you about before we start. On the 25th of April, we have the West Suburban Humane Society fundraiser trivia night. So we were going to do this one in person before everything happened, and now we are taking it online. So this will still be a fundraiser for them. They're selling tickets directly through their website or through their Facebook page, the West Suburban Humane Society. You can form a team. You guys can play together. You can Zoom each other, FaceTime, Skype, and then we're going to do a pretty intense night of trivia with prizes for the top winners. All that information is on our Facebook and their Facebook, so definitely check it out. We'd love to have you join us for that one as well. So that's it. Anything to add?
You want to show them the taco cam?
Oh, yeah. If you've been with us yesterday, we have our new taco cam. I will still get him over here on my lap to cuddle every now and then, but we like to see what he's doing when he's on his own. He's an independent pup. So we'll definitely zoom into the taco cam every now and then. It also just made me realize I have our unofficial sponsor there on the screen. So I mentioned, obviously, sometimes our clients or other businesses officially sponsor, and they provide us with prizes, and they help us out with this. But even when I don't line that up, because it's really on me, I'm sure if I reached out, these people would do that too. I've just been busy. But I still want to recognize it's a Wednesday night. If everything was normal, we would be at a lot of fun venues hosting for you. Our amazing host, Mike Ahrens, would be hosting at Pollyanna Brewing Company in Lamont. Jeff Kelleher would be hosting at Pollyanna in Roselle. And last night, Sean Cook would have hosted at Pollyanna in St. Charles. So 3 amazing locations that are currently shut down for dining in or hanging out. But you can certainly pick up beer. They are still making it, canning it, bottling it, and serving it out to you. So definitely give them a try. If you haven't, all of the beer is delicious. I'm sure many of you have and can attest to it. So thank you to Pollyanna. I'm actually wearing this too. I didn't even realize till just now. Thank you for your support. We've been at Pollyanna basically since Baig of Tricks has been a business. So thank you guys for that. We can't wait to be back. That's it, guys. Shout out to Pollyanna. Shout out to all of you for being here. We're going to get started. So again, if you have not yet, make sure that you do join the game. I'm going to throw it back up on the screen. Crowd.live and enter the code STALKER. I'm still in hyperspace. Let me change this picture.
I don't know if you're going to be in a better space.
Oh, God. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do.
Jeff, Kelleher.
Is Jeff on here?
He's here.
Hey, Jeff. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Wish you could be at Pollyanna hosting, but we're happy that you're here. Trying to fix this. Usually I've got this done. I apologize, everybody. I was hanging out, listening to Music Bingo with all of you, and I forgot to change this. So here we are, and here I am in the cage. All right. So as I mentioned, all you have to do to participate in the game, if you just want to hang out, guys, you don't want to play, you just want to listen, see Taco throughout the night and have some fun, by all means, just hang out and listen. But If you want to play and have your answers counted, you need to join the game. You can see it on the screen, crowd.live. Enter the code STALKER. I have 93 of you in here. I'm generally an optimistic person, but I did not expect 93 people for you trivia.
You rule.
Because you rule. Get it? Cheers.
Let's go, yeah. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Thank you for being here. All right, so we have two separate rounds tonight. There are multiple choice questions, and then there are actual fill-in-the-blank questions. We're going to do the multiple choice questions first. I believe we have 20 multiple choice questions, so we'll do all 20 of these. The one thing you need to know is that these questions have a 20-second timer. So I'm going to read you the question. Once I start the timer, the answers will pop up on your screen. The quicker that you select your answer, the more points you earn if you're correct. All right? So there is a little bit of strategy here. You want to select your answer as quickly as you can, but you want to make sure you select the right answer. Otherwise, you earn 0 points. So that's only it only works like that for the multiple choice. It'll change later, but for now, there will be 4 answers possible for each question. Only one of them is correct. Select it as quickly as you can to earn the most points. We'll be able to see the rankings throughout the event. So here we go, guys. Once I start this game, you'll see the first question pop up, but you won't be able to answer until I start the timer. So here we go. Katie, thank you for the donation. I'm easily distracted, and I just saw that come through. All right, here we go. First question going to pop up on your screen right now. Question one of you trivia. This is multiple choice. You'll see the answers as soon as I start the timer, and then you have 20 seconds to answer. Choose it as quickly as you can. What is Beck's first name? She goes by Beck, but what is Beck's first name? Is it Guinevere, Gwendolyn, Gabrielle, or Genevieve? You check the audio. Genevieve. Okay. Oh, I forgot what her brother's and sister's name was.
Who?
Beck. Because he said, oh, your mom really was a...
Oh, God, I don't know either. Question never popped up.
Question never popped up.
Oh, I see that. Okay, we got it. Never mind.
Okay, all right.
Woo! That would have been bad, the first question.
Yeah. All right, so again, if you haven't played on this format with us, it's a little bit different than what we were doing on Facebook in the past. Just a quick update to those of you that have been with us since the beginning. I'm not just choosing not to use that Facebook Live platform. I did enjoy it. It was very sociable, and we had a lot of people join us. It's just not working lately. Every time I try to load it, it doesn't start. So that's why we've moved over to this platform entirely. I just wanted to let you guys know. So with this one, we can see how you guys answered. No surprise here. You guys know her first name was Guinevere. Guinevere Beck. She goes by Beck, or Bex, if you will. That's how this works. We're going to do 5 questions, and then we'll check out the standings. We're moving on right now to question number 2. I gave this away a second ago. What is the name of the bookstore that Joe worked at? What is the name of the bookstore that Joe worked at? Was it Major's Bookstore, Mooney's Bookstore, Quest Bookstore, or Moody's Bookstore? Let's just put the glass on the screen. All right, let's see what you thought. Once again, somebody gonna win this Mooney's Bookstore wine glass tonight. Good job. I think that calls for a social. 66 of you got that correct.
Yeah,
and the only one that fooled you is the one that I made up that sounded very close. So good job. Cheers, guys. All right, question number 3. What was the name of the dating app that Benji created before starting his artisanal soda business? What was the name of the dating app that Benji created before he started his soda business? Was it Find Love, Booty Shake, Love Hooks, or Love Tunes? Yeah, I see you guys chatting. I apologize. Sometimes the system just frees up or whatever, but usually if you do just refresh, it'll fix itself for you. All right, everybody in. What was the name of the app that Benji created? This one a little tough. And it shows in the answers. 19% of you thought Find Love. 46% of you thought Love Hooks. 33% of you thought Love Tunes. It did have to do with music. Matched you up based on music, but it was not Love Tunes. It was Love Hooks. Love Hooks. Good job. All right. Question number 4. What book did Beck buy when she came into the bookstore for the first time? She was looking for a certain author. Joe gave her some recommendations, and she bought which book? She came into the bookstore for the first time. Was it Desperate Characters, Desperate Personalities, Desperate People, or Desperate Friends? Sure you get those answers in before time ends up. All right, let's see what we thought. Most of you thought Desperate Characters, but a decent amount of you thought Desperate Personalities and Desperate People. Correct answer was Desperate Characters. Good job. Good job. You guys aren't being fooled yet. All right, let's move on to question number 5. Once again, after this question, we'll take a quick break and look at the standings so you can see exactly where you are. Here we go. Question number 5. If Joe could only watch one movie for the rest of his life, what would it be? If Joe could only watch one movie for the rest of his life, what would it be? Would it be Midnight Run, Bad Boys, Beverly Hills Cop, or The Goonies?
Do you care to answer that question for yourself?
Me? If
Yeah.
I can only watch one of those?
Uh-huh. No, in general.
Oh. Ooh. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Do you know? Yours?
I feel like I might choose Sound of Music, but I'd have to think about it too.
That's a good one.
Anyone want to comment? What movie
Yeah,
you
let
would
us know.
choose?
Let us
Your
know in the
forever
comments.
movie? Forever
What's your forever movie? Let us know in the comments what you would watch. This one, I thought I might fool you. I thought I might fool you by putting in a very popular cult classic. Midnight Run, Bad Boys, Beverly Hills Cop didn't get many, but 50% of you thought it was The Goonies. It was not. It was Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop, the correct answer here. Only 16%, 11 of you knew that one. So we have our first tough question of the night. So cheers to all of you and to those of you that knew that one. Shout out to Maggie and Brian. Thank you for being here again. That might make every night this week. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like it. I'm glad you guys are always here. We appreciate you. All right, we're going to check out some of your forever movies. I'm going to look at the comments, but in the meantime, or at the same time, I'm going to put the rankings up on the screen. So again, if you haven't played trivia in this format with us, the top 3 individuals are going to stay on the screen, so you'll see those, but the rest of your standings will cycle through. So you'll see everybody as it cycles through, so make sure you're paying attention if you want to see where you're at. I try to call out some of them as they go by too. So here we go. Currently in first, second, and third, we have Thanks for the D, Will, Tara in second, and Maggie and Brian. I didn't even see this before I shouted it out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in third place. Kelly with an I. I see Rachel Whitlock out there. The Walkerholics. Thanks for coming back. Joe F. Molly. Eli. Allie. Maggie K. Bex Bitches. Crank That Soldier Boy. R.I.P. Peach. Aw. Did anybody really miss Peach, though?
Clearly someone did.
I guess somebody did. I didn't. I didn't like Peach.
You don't like peaches either.
I don't like peaches either. That's probably why. Although I like peaches, I don't like peach flavor. I don't know. I'm a weird person. Okay, I'm gonna look at some of these forever movies, but in the meantime, let's just look at the Sleeping Baby. All right. Clue. Clue is a good one, and also you could choose Clue with all of the alternate endings. There's a little trivia about that movie. When they shot Clue, they shot it with multiple endings because that's incredible. Why wouldn't they? And they didn't. I don't think they told people. So when they released it, I think they did different endings. I could be wrong on that, but people would think that they saw the end and talk with their friends, and it was completely different.
There's some good choices. Top. Wildfires Can't Be Broken. I loved it as a kid. Verbs, Blues Brothers,
Clue trivia. I'll just make up different stuff for every question. Yeah. What else? Atlantis, the Disney Blues Brothers. Olivia, Atlantis, the Disney movie. Interesting choice. Wow. Sound of Music. It's like 15 movies in one. Joe Flaherty, excellent point.
Oh, La La Land.
I still haven't seen La La Land.
Tim Curry trivia.
I can get behind. That's my one. I think one of my favorite vinyl finds that I found at Half Price Books. I said what I said. Hey, I'm not doubting it. I just don't even think I've seen that. All right, so I'm gonna let this circle through to the end here one more time. Here we are. But keep these coming. Like I said, I've said this before. I do go back and read these comments later. I don't always get to see them. I know, Olivia. Don't be mad. Is it on Disney Plus? It's probably on Disney Plus, right? I'll watch it. But again, keep commenting. I like seeing these, and I do come back and read them later. Gina gets to see it all, which I haven't said. Please give Gina a big shout out, guys. Give her a big thank you for being here. This wouldn't happen without her. It would just be me rambling in front of the screen with nothing going on behind the scenes. All right, we're moving on. Question number 6, same format, new question. Speaking of Peach, R.I.P., what book did Joe take and then return from Peach's house? What book did Joe take from Peach's house? Was it Ozma of Oz, The Wonderful World of Oz, Through the Looking Glass, or Wicked? Ooh, Ferris Bueller, Katie. Good choice.
Yeah, that's how you do. Another good choice.
Oh, man. I am struggling to think of this. Honestly, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm thinking of the movie that I have actually watched the most times because I love it, and I can just put it on and let it go. And not even just let it go. It pulls me in. John Wick. I love John Wick. I love that
No
movie.
judgment.
Yeah.
You do love John Wick.
I do love John. I got a John Wick t-shirt from you. All right, let's see what we thought. Okay, 52% of you thought Ozma of Oz. Some of you thought Wonderful World of Oz. Through the Looking Glass got a couple votes. The correct answer was Ozma of Oz. Ozma of Oz. As Mooney told Joe, it's always best if you can have the complete set. This was one of the Oz books. Joe stole that. He did return it. Good job. Many of you knew that. About half of you. Question number 7. Which kitchen utensil or kitchen accessory? Kitchen utensil had a special meaning to Beck. Which piece of kitchen utensil had a special meaning to Beck? I'm just going to put the answers up. Was it a ladle, a colander, a spatula, or a knife? Taco's still up there, isn't he? Yep.
I don't think
I'm not complaining. I'll
I wish
put
he's
my
facing
mug
the
back
other way.
on the screen. What?
Lego looked like it was spelled wrong to me, but my brain's just not working anymore.
Yeah. It's like when you look at one word too long and then it doesn't even feel like a word anymore.
That's life right now.
Yeah. Ladle, 38% of you thought. A lot of you thought spatula. The correct answer was ladle. Ladle. I thought more of you would get this. I usually don't say that, but I did think more of you would get it. A red ladle, to be specific. Benji talks about it, and then they see it when they go furniture shopping, and she ends up telling Joe the real story. It wasn't a kinky thing, although I'm sure it became a kinky thing. As her picture says, they say girls with daddy issues are really good and bad. Okay, this is you trivia. This is after 9 o'clock. We are not family friendly tonight. Thanks.
They also make pancakes.
That's what it was. Yeah, that was the story.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 8. What alias did Joe use when he was in therapy with Dr. Nikki? What alias did Joe use when he was in therapy with Dr. Nikki? And yes, this absolutely was an excuse to put John Stamos on the screen. What was his alias? What fake name did Joe use in therapy with Dr. Nikki?
Hello, doctor. Yeah,
Hello,
Nikki
doctor.
Karen.
I didn't know. Many of you know Gina and I are in the middle of an ER watch. We're almost done. We're halfway through season 15, which is the final season. It feels like it's taken 10 years, but I love it. But I didn't know John Stamos was on the show, and he's been on it for 3 seasons now. So we've gotten a lot of John Stamos lately, and I love it.
He's looking good in that.
Oh, I've never seen a picture of him not looking good. I'll be honest. Let's see what you guys thought. My Walter White little Easter egg didn't fool any of you here. Paul Brown. Paul Brown was his name, making up that story in therapy. Good job, 75%. Here we go. Question number 9. What is Beck's email address? What is Beck's email address? She gave it to Joe in the cab. What is Beck's email address? Is it getbeck@gmail, Beck is real @gmail, Beck is life @gmail, or Beck in real life @gmail? Have mercy. Brat Pack trivia. I could get behind that, Andrea.
You said we're doing John Hughes.
Yeah, John Hughes trivia soon. That'll be
We'll do
close.
Brat Pack
That's
next.
exactly what you said. Good job. Yeah, John Hughes trivia is fun.
I'm glad I'm drinking wine right now because I guess would make me want to drink wine if I wasn't.
Looks good. All right, no surprise here. You guys knew this one. Beck in real life @gmail.com. Has anybody tried emailing that? Seeing maybe they have like the Easter egg auto response set up?
Huh. I'll do it right now.
Do it. See what happens.
Full
Look,
House
guys,
trivia,
this is what you get at Baig Tricks Entertainment Trivia Nights. We do trivia and Gina emails random emails and
Random
lets you know what
throwback.
happens. All right, one more question, then we'll look at the rankings again. Question number 10. Now we're on to season 2. Most of the rest of the questions will be season 2. What is the name of the trendy grocery store that Joe works at in season 2? What is the name of the trendy grocery store Joe works at in season 2? Is it Armitage, Nevea, Noventa, or Anavrin?
What was it? Beck's in real life?
Beck in... Oh, wait. Shoot. No, I forgot.
It's okay.
I think it's Beck in real life. You can Google. All right. Let's see what we thought. 14% of you put Nevea. Most of you thought Anavrin, which was correct. Nirvana backwards, little Easter egg. The day when Beck, spoiler alert, gets locked in the box, she's wearing a Nirvana shirt. She wears a Nirvana shirt a few times in that first season.
They talk about Courtney Love in the first episode.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Courtney Love's
I read
maternal
about-
grandmother. Good job. All right, let's take a look at the rankings. I'll put them back up on the screen. Again, the top 3 people will stay. Everyone else, your scores will rotate, so make sure you're watching. Up on the screen too. Thanks for the D, Will. In first, Maggie and Brian up to second. B in third. Andrea, Tara, Claire, KTW, JM, classy with a K. It's only stalking if you're caught. Yeah, I guess. Jar of P in 28th place. Shout out for that team name. What a dumb thing. What a dumb thing he did. Rachel C, Molly, Spencer, R.I.P. Peach. Next bitches. I'm guessing Allie, not Ollie, out there in 56th place. Shanza, as in my sister? You're on here? I didn't even know. What's up, sis? Love you. Thanks for playing.
There's a Nirvana store next to Mooney's. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Interesting. I heard that Anavrin is based on that super trendy grocery store in
Nevea.
LA.
Oh, Erewhon?
Yeah.
Quick shout out. I know I just yelled when my sister was here, but she's the reason we watched this show. When she visited over Christmas, they had just released the second season on Boxing Day, December 26th, and she said, Ollie, I know you guys are watching a lot of Nailed It, but do you think we could watch you? It's super weird, but I really like it, and we were hooked. We watched it all. So thank you, Shanza and Dave. All right, here we go. Moving on. Next set of questions, same format, don't worry. 1 question, 4 answers. One of them's correct. Question number 11. This one always takes a second to load. When it goes from 10 to 11. It always does.
So I emailed Beck in real life. Did not get kicked back to me yet.
Ooh. Creepy if it's an actual. In season 2, Joe's main love interest and her brother have names related to what sport? Joe's main love interest and her brother have names related to what sport? Is it soccer, bowling, golf, or tennis? Sarah, that hurts my soul when I hit the wrong answer. I feel you. Maybe we'll do John Hughes next week. I think that would be a good mix-up. We did a lot of new shows this week. John Hughes, I could go 80s movies, 90s movies next week. All right. See what you guys thought. Oh, yeah. No question here. It's never actually confirmed. They do play tennis in the show. But other than that, there's really no mention of tennis or why they are named 40 and Love. Both of those are scores in tennis.
That's enough for a social.
That's definitely enough for a social. Cheers, guys.
Social.
All right. Question 12. I'll give you a second. You're probably social.
Social.
Question
Or
12.
sociable in Canada.
What city does Joe move to in season 2? Some of these questions tough. Some of them not so tough. What city does Joe move to in season 2? Is it San Francisco, San Diego, Chicago, or Los Angeles? San Fran, San Diego, Chicago, or LA? LA. 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 Who's playing Letterkenny trivia tomorrow night? I'm ready for that one. We're going to have some great giveaways. I'm going to make some Gus and Brew and some buffer stuff. We're going to give away some fun stuff. All right, let's see what you thought. No point in hanging around here. You guys knew. Los Angeles, LA. Good job. 91% of you. All right, moving on. Question 13. What is the name of the apartment manager where Joe lives in season 2? What is the name of his apartment manager? Is it Delilah, Deborah, Daisy, or Danielle?
You're not on the socials.
We're about to be on the socials. Yeah.
Cute.
That's why I used this gift.
Thanks for the D-Will.
Thanks for the D-Will. All right. Yeah, this is going to be a social. You guys knew it. Delilah. Delilah, the correct answer. Good job. Cheers. What are you guys drinking? I didn't ask yet. What are you guys drinking out there? This is a Aperol Spritz made with a Vista Bay Aldi brand hard seltzer. Ooh, fun. All right, question 14. Who laced Joe's drink with LSD at the bar? Who laced Joe's drink with LSD at the bar? Was it Candace, 40, Delilah, or Love? Candace, 40, Delilah, or Love? Who laced Joe's drink with LSD? Like I said, some of these questions a little bit tough, especially earlier on. We had a couple tough ones, but some of them are very simple. And I'm only saying that now because I can see your answers coming in. And you guys have not been fooled by a few of these. Not that I expected you to be, but 40 the correct answer. Good job. Good job. Oh, we had a position change. Let's take a look. 40. Good job, everybody. All right, one more question, then we'll update the rankings again. Here's a fun one. Which of the following answers was not a totem, a list of things that you needed to see to be a real Los Angelian? Is that a thing? Yeah. Which of these was not one of the totems? Was it a dog in a stroller, a rollerblader in booty shorts, a palm tree on fire, or an actor drinking a latte? Which one of these was not a totem? Yes, he does. All right. 10% of you thought rollerblader, 12% of you palm tree, 71% of you correctly knew it was an actor drinking a latte. That was fake. I just typed that one in. All right. Let's look at the rankings. In first, thanks for the D, Will. Maggie and Brian in second. Andrea in third. I see a Gina and Andrea out there in sixth. Olivia, the reason we're doing this tonight in 14th. Thank you for being here. Thank you for suggesting this. I'm having a great time. It looks like you guys are having a great time. So thank you guys. And thank you to Olivia for suggesting this. Once again, if you're interested in donating to Baig of Tricks, the links are down below. We will be drawing one person out of the pool of people that donated this week. We'll do that on Friday. Saturday morning we'll do it. We'll draw one name. And whoever's name we draw, you get to choose. one of our trivia nights coming up next week, whenever you want. So thank you to Olivia for being this week's person who got to choose. All right, we're going to dive into the next question. Question number 16. How did Love's first husband, James, die? How did Love's first husband, James, die? How did he die? Was it A, Joe killed him, B, a house fire, C, illness, or D, a drug overdose? No.
There is some fan theories about this too.
Oh yeah, that she actually killed him or maybe poisoned him because it was an illness. An illness. It wasn't an overdose or a house fire. They had the flashbacks. Him with the illness. He seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah, he did.
Question number 17. Which of these listed below? Which of the following answers was 40's nickname for Joe? What did 40 like to call Joe? One of the following answers. Was it young chap, 20, old sport, or new guy? What was 40's nickname for Joe?
He seems like a nice guy.
He seems like a nice guy.
Good comment.
Let's see what we thought.
There's another literary reference too.
This one is?
Mm-hmm.
Old sport from what?
Great Gatsby.
Ooh, Great Gatsby.
And then Beach was a Salinger, so kind of all ties together.
Oh gosh, yeah, you're right. Like Salinger. Old sport, good job. 83% of you old sports out there, you knew it. All right, number 18. Speaking of nicknames, what is the nickname Candace had for both Joe and 40? Which of these nicknames did Candace use when she was dating both Joe and 40? She called them both. Which of these? A, Cookie, B, Bunny, C, Kitty, or D, Puppy?
I like all those things.
Me too. I could go for a
Got a cookie there, got a puppy here, got bunnies outside.
cookie. We have
Got
cookies.
kitties upstairs.
For
Samoas.
All right. No surprise here. You guys, Gina wrote this question out of the blue, and I knew it. I did know it, and you guys all knew it. 94% of you. Good job. Bunny, the correct answer. All right, question 19.
This is fun.
Does not exist. I wrote 18 multiple choice questions, so we're going to flip over. It's fine. It doesn't change the game at all. I just wasn't sure how many I put in here. I thought it was 20, but it's 18. That means I have an extra.
Question 1 restarts.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It won't actually start. You won't be able to answer this. Your answers are still in. So I'm going to throw the rankings up right now. I'll let these go through one more time. Thanks for the D, Will, Maggie and Brian, and Andrea, first, second, third. Tara, Joe F. What's up, Joe F. in 5th place? Olivia moved up a spot to 13th. Eli, Rachel Whitlock, I see you out there. So I'm going to let this rotate through. If this is your first time playing trivia with us, make sure you're listening to me right now, because what's going to happen is we're going to flip over to the second round. And the big difference is in the second round, it's not multiple choice. So I'm going to ask you a question. You'll still see it on the screen. But when the answer box pops up, it's not going to be answers that you can select from. It's just going to be a text box, and you actually have to type in your answers. So this is more like when we play at the bars or the restaurants. I ask a question, and you have to come up with the answer all on your own. There's no help. There's no hints. There's no tips. There's no choices on the screen. I ask a question. You submit your answer. That's the major difference. The other thing you want to know, though, is there is still a 20-second timer, but for these next set of questions, it doesn't matter if you answer at the beginning or with 1 second left. As long as you're correct, you earn all of the points. That's important to know, because I want you guys to take your time and type slowly to spell everything as correctly as you can. If you spell the answer correct, the computer's automatically going to give you points. If you spell it incorrectly, I'm going to go through and try to mark as many correct as I can. But just my disclaimer, if you don't spell the answer correctly and I miss it, I don't give you the points for it. I'm sorry. If you spell it correctly, that's the best way to make sure you get your points. So take your time. Type as well as you can. I know autocorrect can be a real ducker sometimes. So make sure that you type correctly. If it's spelled correct, you'll automatically get the points when you submit it. Other than that, guys, the next round is just same thing. I'm going to ask a question. You type in the answer. You hit submit. You have to hit submit now and get that in before time is up. You have 20 seconds. The points will increase every 5 questions here, I believe. So keep it up. Even if you're not in first place right now, there are a lot of points up for grabs still. You'll see those on the screen. I think we might have a yawn coming. So I'm going to flip over to the... Oh, Gina yawned when I said it. I was talking about the dog. All right, I'm going to flip over to round 2. You guys don't have to do anything. This will happen automatically. Let me just click on the right buttons here. Oh, I had it up on the screen earlier. I didn't mention this. I'm just going to throw it up before we start round 2 because a lot of you were asking. This picture up in the top left-hand corner, that's artist's depiction of Taco, courtesy of my good friend Bree Hogg out of Kankakee, Bradley, Bourbonnais, Illinois. She's an incredible tattoo artist and incredible artist overall. So she drew this for us for Taco. We're going to have some Taco merch, coffee mugs or shirts or hats, fun stuff. Koozies, somebody said koozies, so we can do our socials together. So we have a lot of fun stuff coming. That is one of the drawings we had done. And then Gina's incredibly talented brother, Ethan, did another drawing of Taco. I don't have it on the screen here tonight, but we're going to have both of them on our Facebook page tomorrow just to let you guys see. We'll post it with all of their info. So if you like what you see, they both have a lot of art that they do and could use your support. All artists could right now with everything going on. So we're happy we were able to let them do this and support them in this way. So be on the lookout for that. I didn't mention it earlier, and I definitely wanted to show you guys, let you know now, because what a guy, what a dog, what a dog.
Joe Flaherty still wants his Let's Drink to Insulin tea.
Okay, Joe Flaherty, I'm glad you said that because I legitimately, let me go back.
That's his girlfriend Paige who's playing.
Okay, good. Hey, Paige.
Paige and Joe.
Joe, I went back. I was looking through my notes. I just want you to know this because this came up. And I have a note in my notebook here that says, let's all drink to insulin. But I didn't write who said it. And I definitely wanted to know that. So thank you. I liked that enough that I did write it down. I'm going to make something, at least for you guys and me and Gina. If everybody else wants to cheers to insulin, we can do that too. So here we go, guys. Enough blabber from me. We're going to start this second round. You're going to see the first question pop up. You won't be able to answer until I start the timer. Once I start the timer, you'll have 20 seconds to type in your answer on your phone or your computer and hit submit. Type as well as you can to make sure you get points. Here we go. Question number 1. She talks about it quite a bit. What city was Beck originally from? What city was Beck? All right. With these questions, like I said, I'll see your answers come through. So if you do happen to misspell it, I will try to make sure you get points. All right. Sorry, I just want to make sure everything's come through. I only watched the show for John Stamos. All right, so the cool thing, too, is you will be able to see all of the answers up on the screen, but we won't call anybody out. It doesn't say who submitted what, so if something's silly, you'll be the only person that knows that you said it. Correct answer was Nantucket. Nantucket. She was from Nantucket. What's the girl's name who we don't like, who was in her class with her? Blythe. Thought she was definitely not. She thought she was from Jersey. She was from Nantucket. All right. Yeah. Here we go. That's how this works. It's that simple. We'll have a question. You submit your answer. Question number 2. This, I think, easy. I think you guys will show me. What is Joe's last name? So we're talking season 1, not his fake name in the second season, but what is Joe's last name, as he told Bex when she asked? All right, everybody is in. I'm just, again, marking a few more of these correct. All right. Yep, no surprise. Many of you knew it was Goldberg. Goldberg. Greenberg was close. Brown was the fake last name you used. Exotic. Yeah. What was the thing you posted today? Average Joe's. Yeah. Joe Dirt, Joe Goldberg, and Joe Exotic. And Joe Flaherty. Question number 3. Just looking for a first name here, guys. Just a first name. What is the name of Joe's coworker at the bookstore? What is the name of Joe's coworker at the bookstore? You can see him in the GIF. What is his name? All right. Let's see what we thought. A lot of good guesses. We said Gina, Evan, Butthead, Leroy, Eli, Cecil. The correct answer was Ethan. 17 of you knew it. Good job. Ethan. So again, this is how these questions are going to go. We'll still look at the rankings every 5 questions, so we'll do it after the next question. What food was Benji allergic to that Joe used to kill him? What food was Benji allergic to that Joe used to kill him? 20 seconds. Get that answer in. All right, let's see what we thought. I'm going to give this to that. Whoops. I just went ahead with the wrong button. Here we go. Peanuts, gluten, lactose, almonds, shellfish, soy. He was allergic to many things. Gluten, I believe he said soy, dairy, but peanuts. Peanuts, that is what he used to kill him. He put peanut oil in that maple almond milk latte.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it does. Not if you're Benji. Peanut oil. All right, question 5. What was the name of Joe's young next-door neighbor in Season 1? You can see him here. What was the name of Joe's next-door neighbor in Season 1? All right, let's see what we thought. You guys are still doing very well. There's one I see on there that I'm going to mark correct. It's clearly just a small typo. But Carol, like Carol Baskin, that bitch. Correct answer was Paco. Paco, the adorable little next-door neighbor who loved to read. Good job. All right, we're going to look at the rankings. These rankings will now include your scores from the first round and everything through these 5 questions. Top 3 still on the screen. Maggie and Brian now in first. Good job. Tara in second. B in third. Thanks for the D, Will, in fourth. I missed the rest there. Baseball Cap in 15th. Jara P. Maggie K. It's only stalking if you get caught. The Gardeners. Thank you for being here. Crank that soldier boy. Allie in 36th. Rosalie, R.I.P. Peach out there. I'd like to take this time to... He is just sleeping. Leads an exciting life during the day, driving us nuts, but at night, he's just chilling.
Where's him out?
Until about 4 a.m. when he wants to do laps.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We've seen it. Let's move on to question number 6. Just looking for a first name, just a first name. What name does Joe go by in Season 2? Just need a first name. What name does Joe go by in Season 2? I've changed. guys will not have trouble here. All right. Oh, yeah. If you put his last name too, you got points. Don't worry. Will, the correct answer. Will Bettelheim. Good job. 26 of you knew that. Almost half of you. Good job. All right, question number 7. This is a gross scene. What kind of juice does Joe throw up all over Delilah? What kind of juice does Joe throw up all over Delilah? 20 seconds. Type that answer in now. All right, let's see what you thought. All right, answers up on the screen. A lot of you thought celery juice. A lot of you thought orange juice. A lot of you thought green juice. It was green, but looking for specifically for celery juice. Celery juice. I could smell it. I could smell it when that happened in that scene. Your brain does weird things, and I could smell that scene. All right, question 8. What is the name, speaking of Delilah's film-loving little sister? You can see her here. What is the name of Delilah's film-loving little sister? 20 seconds. Type it in now. All right, let's see what we thought. All right, guesses are on the screen. A lot of you thought Ellie. We had a Lily, Daisy, Abby, Sam, Maroney, Amber, Gogi, Danny, yeah, Plain White Tees, Daniel Day-Lewis, Delilah's sister. Correct answer was Ellie. Ellie, good job. Once again, over half of you knew that. All right, these are definitely amping up a little bit. We can tell by your responses. Let's see how it goes with question number 9. Who killed Candace? In the end, who killed Candace?
Courtney. Most sane of them all.
Which you didn't think, but she was. All right, only a couple guesses here. Love, Joe, 40, back. Correct answer was Love. Good job. Love, the correct answer. All right, partner. Question 10. We'll look at the rankings after this. This is a fill in the blank. So I'm giving you a quote. We're leaving one word out. It's a fill in the blank. Instead of I love you, Joe and Love say to each other, I blank you. What do they say to each other? Instead of I love you, her name is Love, they say I blank you.
Let's do our...
What word fills in that blank? All right, let me mark a few of these misspellings correct. So we thought woof, wolf, fox, heart, adore, hate, smell. The correct answer was I wolf you. I wolf you. She doesn't want to say I love you. They say I wolf you. That's correct. All right, let's look at the rankings again, combined with your first round and this round. Top 3 on the score. Thanks for the D-Wheel back out in front.
Hey.
Andrea in second. Maggie and Brian still up there in third. Everybody else going to rotate through. Hey, Taco.
Everyone hates that part.
Oh, yeah, it's cringy. I mean, many parts of the show are. Okie up there, Katie. 2 Katies, 58 and 59. Lola, Annie, Karen. Kevin Koch, what's up, man? All the way from Florida. How's the weather? I always like your Snapchats. We had snow today, if you were wondering, here in Lockport. Like 4 inches of snow. It was ridiculous.
What, 4?
I don't know.
1, maybe.
1 inch, 2 inch. It was pretty deep
It accumulated, but...
It was like this far up Taco's legs.
Okay.
I had to wipe it off with a towel. It was cold. It probably wasn't cold. It was deep, though. It felt like it. That's what she said. All right, question number 11. Maybe. Oh, I said 11 always takes a second to load. It's been a long quarantine. All right, when Candace comes back in season 2, what fake name does she go by? I just need a first name. What name does Candace go by when she's undercover as 40's girlfriend? What is Candace's name in season 2?
Look at Kevin's comment about his weather today. You're not going to like it.
First time it rained in 2
Before that, 84 and cloudy.
Ah, Kevin. Living the hard life.
Well, that's hot for you.
That is hot, but I would take hot when you're literally on the ocean.
Yeah.
Whenever we can leave our house again, I'm gonna make my way down to Florida.
There you go.
I'll go see you guys if I can and see Snaggle. I want to see Snaggle. Remember Snaggle? You've seen pictures. All right, let's see what you guys thought. Let me make sure I correct any of these. Okay, yep, that's a good one. Good job. Oh my gosh, some of your guesses.
Funny?
Yeah. All right, up on the screen. A lot of you thought Amy, Amanda, Amber, Rebecca, Beck, Courtney, Brittany, Poop. Mrs. Nesbitt. Correct answer was Amy. Amy Adam. Amy Adam.
Mrs. Nesbitt, is that Ashley's name?
Oh, maybe. Ashley Nesbitt, you out there? All right, question 12. Just looking for a first name. Just a first name. By the way, there are only 13 questions in this round. I forgot to mention. That's why we got a different number in the first round, a different number here. We have 13 questions. This is 12 of 13, so 2 questions left. I should have given you more warning. Not that anything would have changed. But what was the name of Love's Australian lover? Came back, showed up, friends with her ex. What was the name of her Australian lover? Joe's face. Or Will's face, sorry.
Looks like he was getting caught doing something.
Uh-huh.
Although he rarely got caught.
All right, interesting guesses here. 10 of you thought Milo, 4 of you thought Liam, Chad, Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth, Paul, Kangaroo Jack, Paul Hogan, Banana Hammock, Ali, Taco, Billy, Chuck. The correct answer was Milo.
This was a hard one. I don't know if I would remember.
Yeah, no, this was tough. I had to put a couple tough ones. The next question's the toughest one, in my opinion. Yeah, it is the final question. It's worth 500 points, which is the most points we've had. So, again, you have the full 20 seconds to answer. Think about it. See if you remember. Question number 13. After Joe actually releases him, what city does the real Will move to? After Joe releases him, what city does the real Will move to? 20 seconds. Get those answers in now.
And somehow maintain communication from this crazy murderer.
Uh-huh.
With us, crazy murderer.
What a cool guy.
Why don't you just run and never get back?
Because he's thinking. Ooh, a lot of good guesses.
Any right one?
Yeah.
Nice.
More people have gotten this one correct than I thought would. You'll see the answers on the screen in a second. I'm definitely double checking the spellings here to make sure that I give you guys points. All right.
I emailed back in real life, and I have not heard back.
She's busy. Manila, Rio, San Juan, Seattle, Puerto Rico, Singapore, New Zealand, is a country, Toronto, Spain, Costa Mesa, Detroit, Costa Rica, Paris. A lot of great guesses here. The correct answer was Manila. He went to be with his fiance, right, in Manila. Good job. All right. So final rankings coming up. But we're also going to give away this Mooney's bookstore glass here before we leave. So we're going to do the rankings. Hang around. If you entered this raffle, you have to be here when we call your name. If we call your name, you just shoot us a message on Facebook and you've won. So here we go. The final rankings, guys. First, second, and third will be on the screen. The rest of the scores will rotate. As always, I will leave them up for a while so you can see. Maggie and Brian and Olivia out of nowhere. The reason we did you trivia, that's got to feel good. Olivia made a swift comeback here into third. Thanks for the D, Will. Don't think I forgot about you in second. Joe Flaherty, I see out there in 22nd. Crank that Soldier Boy 32nd. We're going to let these rotate through.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, fantastic job. You guys did great. Like I said, these types of trivia nights are always a little tougher. This is the very first time we've done you trivia. So, when you play The Office or Friends or Harry Potter, anything like that, I've written 1,000 questions for each, and we've hosted those events a bunch. So you guys were the first group to do this, and I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here for it. Thank you, Olivia, for recommending it or requesting it, if you will, via the donation drawing. Once again, I had a few donations come through tonight, so if you were one of those people, thank you, and you are in the running to get to choose one of the nights next week. Thank you for that. And speaking of drawings, we are going to do the drawing. How many people entered?
All right, let's see.
I think you guys have a good shot tonight.
35.
Oh, 35. All right, good.
35 chance.
1 through 35. I wanted to say 40 because of 40.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. I know that there are random number generators, guys, but I like doing this, even though it takes me a second. I'm going to go with 3.
Ooh, 3
Number
is
3.
Elise Waters.
All right, Elise Waters. If you're out there, don't comment on the YouTube video. We may not see it. Sometimes stuff gets blocked. Shoot us a message to the Baig of Tricks Facebook page. Elise Waters, if you're out there, shoot a message to the Facebook page, Baig of Tricks. Let us know that you heard this. We'll connect with you, and we'll get this glass to you. Mooney's bookstore. You can drink whatever you want out of it. It's a stemless wine glass, but it holds any liquids. So Elise Waters, we'll give you about 30 seconds. Hey, Taco. Hey.
She's here.
Taco. Elise is here. Oh, he heard us talk about Elise. He jumped up. Congratulations, Elise. Congratulations, Maggie and Brian, for your first place finish tonight. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the D, Will, and Olivia, 2 exclamation points. What's up, Olivia? Jess, if you're playing with her too. Thank you guys for doing this. Thanks for your support of Baig of Tricks. I'm going to let this rotate through again, guys, so you can watch and see where you ended up. Don't forget, tomorrow night is Thursday, which means we have general knowledge trivia. That's going to start at 7. It's going to end by 8. And then I have a private event, so we're pushing Letterkenny back just a little. We'll start Letterkenny probably at 9:15 or 9:30. I'll decide, and I'll update that online. But if you're a Letterkenny fan, you don't want to miss this. This will be our other first-time event this week. We've never done Letterkenny trivia before, but I have watched that show many times, and I'm very excited for this. So please join us tomorrow for general knowledge and Letterkenny trivia, and the New Girl trivia on Friday at 7, and general knowledge on Friday at 9. Pixar on Saturday at 3 p.m. completely family friendly, and general knowledge trivia on Sunday at 3 p.m. Also family friendly. Thank you, Maggie, for the donation. We appreciate you. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Everybody that was here. That's it, guys. Please go forth, be safe, take care of each other, and wash your damn hands. Bye.